It was but a whiff of scent carried by the desert wind, but enough to capture and hold the imagination of an explorer such as I. I turned to be held in the arresting gaze of those mesmerizing eyes, the eyes of the East, the eyes that spoke of ancient wisdom, dynasties, and kings. She walked ahead, silhouetted by the amber sun, and I walked behind her, unquestioning. I walked behind in awe. I saw in the distance a city rise from the desert horizon. I wondered, who was this woman? What was this apparition? Amazed, I looked up and asked, "Who are you?" Smiling only with her eyes, she replied, "The spirit of Dubai." We traversed the width of the desert, and I caught her scent in the air I breathed. I inhaled her sweet perfume as a soft, cool breeze caressed my warm skin. It soothed me and whispered the word, Bahar. It was the breeze of the sea that lay beyond. I looked into her eyes and saw them awaken to wonder and possibility. They dreamed of cities and civilization, islands in themselves, majesty, and together we made our way to the sea. Bahar. We treaded the soft desert sand. Our feet sinking into its warmth and softness, as the wind lifted up our spirits. Over here, the air itself seemed to shimmer. At the touch, the magic dust, the sands of the dunes, it sparkled. But the veil of shimmer was kind, letting escape the breeze that beckoned us. "This is Rimal," she explained, but I said nothing as I succumbed to the magic. Rimal. We walked towards the city, to the spears of steel and glass that shot up from the desert and towards the sky. And dazzled by their brilliance, we took in the majesty of the skyscrapers. As formidable as it seemed, there was an inexplicable allure that drew me in. "What is this?" I asked her in a stupor. "I want to possess it." "This is a Braj," replied the spirit of Dubai. In the city of metal and concrete, we were greeted by a pool of emerald green. Tethered to the edge was a magnificent horse. In its every limb, muscle, and sinew, I saw a formidable strength. It was the horse of Arabia, a horse of power, and at that moment I discovered power. I mounted the beast and held my hand out toward her. She looked at me from under the veil of her lashes and took it. "This is Maidan," I told her as I rode. Our quest was nearing completion. We made our way to the edge of the desert to find an expanse of sea. We were at the cusp where all the elements met, with deserts behind us and oceans ahead. Again, I was greeted by her mystical scent of pure Indian agarwood oil, the scent of oud. And I let it consume me, and watching before me the islands that arose from the depths of the sea. I took her hand and ran ashore, and together we dreamed. And whatever we dreamed in our minds, we saw appear before our eyes. Oud. Imagine a city so glorious, it stands tall and splendorous in its pride, a testimony to all that mankind is capable of, overcoming nature's adversity and harnessing it to create a fantastical mirage of steel and concrete. This is Dubai, a city that thrives in the desert and conquers oceans, a city that reaches for the skies. We've captured the magic and mystique of this land, its essence and its spirit, and bottled it for all to revel in it, to present within a bottle the spirit of Dubai.